Well, I was a kidney specialist and nephrologist at Toronto General Hospital, part of UHN. And during that time, one of my major functions was to assess living kidney donors. I think I probably evaluated at least 1,000 living kidney donors over the years. And for the last 10 or 15 years, I was the medical head of the living kidney donor committee. So I was very heavily involved in the process for a very long time. Right from the beginning, I was so impressed with people who volunteered to come forward to be kidney donors. Originally, we restricted donors to being siblings or parent or child, and then we accepted spouses and then friends. But toward the end, we started accepting people who had no relationship whatsoever to a potential recipient. They were anonymous, undirected donors, and they impressed me even more than anybody because they had no sort of built-in motivation to help someone they knew. I just found that an astonishing, selfless act by these people, even more so than giving to a relative, where you can more understand why somebody would be motivated to do that. And I guess that was one of the reasons why I was prompted along the road of being a donor myself. I went through exactly the same process as every other donor. I was treated exactly the same. I had the same kind of educational sessions. I had to meet with a social worker. I had to meet with a psychiatrist. So I was treated no differently. The testing generally was very easy. I was reassured by the fact that I passed all my tests with flying colors. And so that reassured me that I was healthy and able to donate. Eventually I was matched as a donor to an unknown recipient, and my understanding is that that initiated a chain of 2 or 3 other paired donations, which made it even more worthwhile to donate, because otherwise these pairs would not have been able to be completed. I think you're always a little bit nervous going into surgery, but I had talked to so many donors after surgery. I mean, I saw all of my donors post-operatively, and 99.5% of them had very smooth surgeries and recoveries, very, very few complications. And I knew that I was at a hospital with extremely good surgeons and anesthetists and just a fantastic team. So, I had a bit of mild anxiety, but really it wasn't that big an issue. And it turned out that it really was nothing much to worry about. Well, I'm proud of it. I'm proud of what I did. I don't think about it a lot, but occasionally I'm aware that there's a couple of indentations in my belly and where that came from. I think I did something decent and honorable, something that a lot of people should be doing. I don't really dwell on it very much, but yeah, I'm proud of it. I would say that it's an incredibly generous thing to do, that it's extremely safe. The period of disability and discomfort is very brief, and you go back to living a normal life within a very short time, not more than a month.